got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show in late night for you by us. Bro Talk will always on the mark. It's your main man, Jayson. Thanks for tuning in on a Tuesday night. Back at you after a nice little 2-week hiatus for the Olympic break. Let's kick it over to my main man, Dex. So what up, bro?
Dex just
yeah, let's move that. Let's just move the camera up a little bit so we can get the fullness.
Dex is stuck in here. Super excited to be here. We have an amazing show for you guys tonight, and we're happy to be back and looking forward to it.
All right, Tyler God, what up?
Hey everybody, we're very excited for tonight's show. Happy to be back and ready to get this thing done.
Bill, did you enjoy the Olympics?
Of course I enjoyed the Olympics. And now that Olympic season is over, we do understand that the world should be safe again since Switch 'em Down Sean and Hollow Tip Hakeem is on their way to school.
Yes, school is back in session. Prayers for all the teachers out there who have to deal with all of that. But we are happy to have the kids back under a watchful eye, as parents, okay? All right, let's get into the show. We have a lot to get to because we haven't been here in 2 weeks. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, comments are welcome on the show. We will throw them up there as we get them. But for now, let's start with the politics.
Politics as usual.
Former President Donald Trump. It's been 2 weeks, guys. What a 2 weeks has been. Started off facing tough questions right after last week's episode from ABC's Rachel Scott at the NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists Convention, which we told them was a bad idea, and led to this heated exchange after a brief introduction.
We have a lot to get to, and we do not want to waste any time. So let's bring out the former president of the United States, the Republican nominee for president, former President Donald Trump. Thank you. Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country.
And that was just a start. I mean, it got really nasty. And just to note, Trump went on to disparage Rachel Scott from ABC about being late. And the reason the event took place a half an hour late was because of equipment. It turns out that some reporting was done on that. And it was late because they were negotiating whether or not to have the live fact checking available. Trump apparently did not want that to go on, so he was holding off. And actually, NABJ at one point had written up a statement to release to people saying that President Trump was just not going to be able to join because he didn't want the fact checking. Trump and his team relented eventually, and that's why he made it onto the stage 35 minutes late. Rachel Scott also grilled Donald Trump on controversial statements about Black leaders and his support for January 6 rioters, which prompted Trump to lash out, calling the questions nasty and rude, and also got him caught in a little bit of a double standard.
President, I would love to ask you about January 6. You've called yourself the candidate of law and order. Yeah. When Time Magazine asked you if you would consider pardoning all the rioters, you said, yes, absolutely. Sure. You called them patriots. Were the people who assaulted those 140 officers, including those I just mentioned, patriots who deserve pardons?
Well, let me bring it back to modern day. Like about 5 days ago, we had an attack on the Capitol. They viciously attacked our government. They fought with police. They fought with them much more openly than I saw on January 6th. What's going to happen to those people? What's going to happen to the people in Portland that destroyed that city?
But sir, my question is on those.
What's going to happen to
my
the people that tried to bring...
My question is on those rioters who assaulted officers.
You have to ask,
would you pardon
what's
those
going to
people?
Happen? Oh, absolutely, I would.
You would pardon those?
If they're innocent, I would pardon them.
They've been convicted.
And by the way, the Supreme Court just well, they were convicted by a very tough system. They were...
Well,
that pivot ain't, that boy know how to pivot.
Well, he also questioned whether or not Kamala, or when Kamala, I should say, became Black.
Then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president and be on a major party ticket, as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
give me a
literally
definition
the words
then. Would you give me a definition
DEI.
of that? Give me a definition of
Sir,
that.
I'm asking you a question,
No,
a very direct question.
Define it for me, if you would.
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a Black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was Black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn Black, and now she wants to be known as Black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she Black?
She has always identified as a Black woman. She went to a historically Black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn, and she became a Black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe that she is...
I think somebody should look into that, too, when you continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct question, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is a DEI hire, as some Republicans have said?
I mean, I really don't know. Could be. There are some.
Could be. There are some.
There are some. It's crazy. It's insane. You're saying that in front of a group of Black people. Guys, Trump sparring with Rachel Scott from the NABJ, I'm supposed to say festival conference. It seemed like a festival there. Do you feel like her tone was inciting for Trump? Do you feel like Trump overreacted? And what sort of consequences do you think this is going to have for Trump's campaign? Because he is kind of free falling right now.
I will start by saying I do think she should have done an intro of some kind, let him speak and say hello.
She said, thank you for coming.
She did come out swinging there. You got to ease people like Trump in. He's old. And I don't think it'll hurt his campaign in any way. I think at this point, realistically, the people who are voting for Trump are voting for Trump, and the people who aren't. And we're just dragging this thing along. I don't think there's anyone who saw that and was like, oh, that's shocking behavior from Trump. I'm not going to vote for him anymore. The things that he said, Black jobs, DEI hire, he feels that way about people. And
he said it to our face, honestly.
You either care or you don't. Because you're not surprised, though. He's been doing this for as long as we've known there was a Donald Trump. So that's not something that's surprising anyone. They just either you care or you don't at this point.
Bill, what's your take on Donald Trump going and the results? Because we talked about, me and Dex kind of ranted about this right before it happened, the day before it. How do you think the outcome ended up working out for all parties involved?
It's actually interesting to me that the people who sort of put this festival together, as it were, right? That a lot of the members who were showing up didn't know that this was happening, didn't have a chance to rebuff them. There was no sort of like, hey, we're thinking about doing this, so if you don't want to come, it was just like, this is what we're doing. You don't like it, stay home. Even though I just spent $1 million on like these plane tickets when planes are falling out of the sky, and I got to sit in here and people like sniggling and clapping. The idea that Black people are actually supporting Donald Trump is a mind-boggling concept to me. I don't even know.
People don't really have the same moral structure that we have, and I think that's all.
Since God gave a pan of dishwater, because you don't have to have a moral structure to not support the man. You literally just have to have the sense God gave a fruit fly to understand. The man ranted and said he wanted to shut down the Department of Education. He put Betsy DeVos in office as the Secretary of Education. He put Sasha Barrett, Amy Cohen in the Supreme Court. The girl has never even ruled over an order of French fries. She's on the Supreme Court until she dies.
For now.
For now.
We saw some amendments coming down. We'll see how they do.
Dex, how do you feel about the conference and the outcome of this? Was it better or worse than you thought it was going to be?
I think it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and I thought they tried to do this whole gotcha moment, and I knew that that's what they were going to try to do, and I think they failed, and I think that they failed the people who are going to be potentially voting or not voting against him. You started this off by saying people didn't want you here, yet he's sitting there with you, but then ran out of time when it came to talk about Project 2025, which is something that you actually should be talking about because that affects us currently, but you didn't. You decided to do the whole, I'm going to get you. And like he got back with you because that's what Donald Trump does. But you ask him no type of hard questions. Then you're asking him about DEI when you really could have been having a conversation about JD Vance.
Ooh, okay. You ate. Okay.
When Will strung his stuff together, I was like, let me see if I can do it.
In a whirlwind 16-day process, Kamala Harris selected Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate, not to be confused with Waltz. It is a silent T and a Z.
For the Blacks out there.
For the Blacks. For us, the decision, marked by intense vetting and strategic deliberations, shows that Kamala has the ability to navigate high-pressure situations. Walz's down-to-earth appeal and strong stance on key issues and things like unions ultimately won him the spot as Democrats rally around this ticket in their bid to defeat Trump and Vance. Guys, do we like Walz? Walz? Do we like Walz? Do we think he is a good fit as the vice president for, as she's been called in the past, Kamala the Mamala?
Let me tell you this about Kamala the Mamala. The first thing is that she didn't even make this decision. The people who be like in that group, they was like, here's the people that are going to be picked. Choose one of them.
Who's in that group? Is Nancy in that group?
Huh?
Is Nancy in that group? Because she said she don't be calling nobody.
Absolutely, Nancy was not in that group. I don't want you to think Nancy Pelosi was in. Nancy Pelosi would not even accept that. Nancy was busy whipping the house and pushing Joseph Robinette Biden out of the way so that Kamala the Mamala could get in place. Nancy knew what was going on. I told y'all that. I told y'all. Harris chose him because this man has a military career and he can rope in those hardline sort of like, oh, rah, 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 support the blue, rah, those guys, you know, all those like, I lift things up and put them down. I'm such a super Jim douche and I support blue and I bleed blue.
Your people?
So Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Basically, Arnold Schwarzeneggers. The group of Schwarzeneggers, she needed to rope them in. And the Schwarzeneggers are not Asian, Indian, Black females, right? The Schwarzeneggers are white Christian men who bleed blue, Love that little blue stripe going through their flag and support the troops.
All right, so we have the Nagers and the Schwarzeneggers covered. Ty, is there any other groups you think that Tim Walz helps us with?
Apparently, he's great with unions. From what I hear.
Are we enthused? Are we excited? Or is it just like a blah, congratulations, I'm glad you picked someone, let's get to voting?
I think she did what she was ordered to do.
Ordered? Oh my God.
The people said, we support you, but if you're going to get over the ticket, you know what you need. Don't act foolish. And she didn't act foolish.
All right. Dex, scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Walz?
I think it's exciting. Can I ask you a question, though?
Good. Yeah, what's up?
He's one of those people that, like, to me, I was having this conversation with a group of friends, and I was like, I don't understand the VP picks. Like, I never know who these people are until they are picked as the VP. And, like, 9 times out of 10, outside of Pence and Palin, I don't even remember these people. Remember Tim Kaine? That's who Hillary Clinton
Remember Tim Kaine, yeah.
I don't
remember Al Gore.
But let me just say this, though. With Walz, that man was kissing babies. He was shucking and jiving. I said, hey,
he was dragging JD Vance the whole time.
Wants that vote. And you know what else he's going to do? When he gets in there, when Kamala becomes the president, he's going to sit down and shut up. And that's what they needed. That man is the pick. I'm into it.
I love it. Okay.
The jabs that they tried to take at him of like his past and other thing like that, like the things they were putting out, their op-eds, like I was reading a couple of them, and I was pretty unimpressive stuff. I'm like, that's the best y'all can do.
So one of the things I saw, it said this is his family, and it was just 4 random white people standing there and taking a picture like white people do, and I'm like, well, what I'm supposed to be upset? Like the son looks like he plays video games. When he was governor,
they stole money and he presided over it. He shouldn't have let them steal that money. I said, did he steal the money or?
Like, one more thing I saw, they said he was there when, was it Missouri? I think it was Missouri. He was there when Missouri was burning down to the ground during the Black Lives Matter movement. I said, oh, was he? I'm gonna vote for him twice.
And let me say this, on behalf of all the blacks, all the niggers and the Schwarzeneggers, we call him Waltz. Okay, you are Tim Waltz from now until the end of time, brother. That's it.
And I do agree. When he dresses as Santa Claus this year, he gonna get millions of votes. Like, blow out the water, buddy.
Millions. Donald Trump, on the other hand, struggling to adjust his campaign strategy now that Kamala Harris is out. Here is what he's been saying at recent rallies.
Biden probably should get out, but she should get out also. I think they should both get out. I'll tell you what. Do we have a volunteer? Yes, I will volunteer. Okay. We have to straighten out. We have to straighten out our country. They're not going to.
Just saying anything.
Look at. Here's the issue, though, right? I've been saying this to y'all. This man really just be saying anything, and people are like, "Wow!" No, put the applause signs down. What are you volunteering for? Do you even know what you're volunteering for?
Volunteering for the president, I guess.
Last night, I spent 3 hours of my life listening to him and Elon Musk.
Oh yeah,
2 dummies telling each other, "Oh my God, you're so right.
Exactly.
You are so right. You are so right." And it was like, you're not gonna win this election. Like I realized last night, Donald, you're about to lose. Yeah, you know you're about to lose. He was on there at one point, was ranting, and he goes, Kamala Harris looks like, you seen the Time magazine cover, which made let me know.
Oh yeah,
he was pissed that she was on Time magazine. You see the Time magazine cover, the most beautiful woman. She looks like my wife. What kind of election? What kind of campaign are you running here? What are we doing?
I think he wanted to piss off Melania. That's what that was about.
Well, yeah, it was really weird. Harris, though.
She's like, Melania would hate if I compared Kamala to her. I'm going to do it.
And then he kept getting her name wrong, and it's just like at this point, that is a tired
Camilla.
Yeah,
he called her. So it was interesting because I watched Omarosa on something. She said, you know, he knows her name. He's calling her that as like a slur. He can't call her the N-word, and so he's just like Kamala,
right?
Kamala, like anything.
Look, I always say them people who are not African Americans, they are pronouncing Russian last names with ease. Right. And if you could do that, you can pronounce any black name that they give you.
You better know it. Y'all learn how to say Tchaikovsky. You'll learn how to say Beethoven. Learn these names.
What's Melania's maiden name? What's Melania Trump's maiden name?
Who knows?
You know, Donald Trump don't know.
Does she have a maiden name?
Let me look it up.
I swear he called her like possibly one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen as an insult. Like, what was that supposed to be?
Oh,
He
he
said, "And I'll
continued
leave it
rambling.
there. She's beautiful. I'll leave
Now,
it
this
there."
isn't a what does the Trump say? Because I really don't know what he said in this next clip. But in any case, good luck.
Ended the NAFTA disaster concealed, and think of that. We got out of TPP. Do you know what TPP? That's if you.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
It's like that photo you seen online with all this hairy stuff, and you can't necessarily make out what it is. It's just like, what are you saying?
Ended the NAFTA disaster concealed, and think of that. We got out of TPP. Do you know what TPP? That's if you.
Wait, play it again, and then look at the guy in the back in the green shirt. He trying to figure it out too.
Ended the NAFTA disaster concealed, and think of that. We got out of TPP. Do you know what TPP? That's if you.
He's confused.
They actually all look confused. Look at him.
A lot of it though, like he said something about Napster. Remember the music program Napster? He said we got rid of Napster, the music program, and then the TP2, which is the R. Kelly album, the R. Kelly song. Like
R. Kelly? Okay.
That's what we got.
Okay.
He's talking about music.
No, he's actually talking about the NAFTA trade deal.
Doubt it. Doubt it.
The
Highly
PPP,
doubt it.
the PPP loans.
And that's what he's talking about. He got his corporation slick out of one of the PPP loans. That's what it was. Because I know he got one. I know he got one.
Plenty of them. Him and his kids.
Playing the hits. Playing the hits.
That's what I'm for.
Will the hits work against Kamala, or do you think he needs a nice little rebrand?
He gonna. I'm not gonna say. Never mind. Somebody else go. That's what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I know. You know. I think he's funny. You know, I can laugh at Donald Trump, but like, I'm not finding this funny. Like, you're not being funny no more. Like, it's like I think you're trying to be funny, but you're not funny no more. I think that's the problem. Usually, when he just is funny, like it's not like he's trying to do it. He's just naturally funny. Now it feels like he's trying,
Forcing
and
it. That's all he's got.
It don't hit.
Trying to make this an election of personality, and we just don't know if that's the way to go anymore.
And another thing they keep saying like she won't talk. She's running away from interviews and stuff. You should use that to your advantage. If she's not talking, maybe you should stop talking.
Exactly.
Put your points out more. Like, take advantage of her not talking, and he won't.
Which he's too dumb to do. Like, that's his problem. It's not like we're not rooting for Trump to get back in the race by any means. We're just pointing out how ineffective this whole strategy is, because he was able to sleepwalk through it the last time around, and he lost by a record margin. And he thinks he's just going to be able to drum up the same support that he didn't have 4 years ago. And I just don't understand what the thought process is behind it. Get it close enough to steal. Like, I don't.
Also, I think he's using the same strategy he did use when he won, though, because like when he won, a lot of it wasn't really running on policy. A lot of it was running against Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, but that was the novelty of it, right?
I just don't think you have the same ammunition with Kamala Harris that you had with Hillary Clinton. Like, you had things on her, and you don't. What are you talking about? This woman just turned black. Do you know how offensive that is to black people? And also, when you say like that Kamala Harris used to be Indian and stuff, that's what all black people be saying. They all be like, "I got some Indian."
I got some Indian in me.
That's relatable to black people.
Relatable, right?
The other thing is, like Dex said, Kamala literally will walk into a room, and people will ask her 1,000 questions. She'll find the one question she like and answer it. He can't shut his face. Like,
do the same thing.
Oh yeah, actually, and then they be like, "Well, Kamala, what do you think about?" She says, "Well, God bless everybody. God bless America." What? You should do the same.
Speaking of Kamala, at a recent rally in Detroit, Kamala Harris, sorry for taking off the screen there, confronted pro-Palestine protesters who had a word to say during one of her campaign speeches.
So Project 2025. Look, if he is elected, Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis. And he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking.
She held that thing for applause, didn't she?
Did you see how she glared at them babies? Let me tell y'all something. Kamala the Mamala went to Howard University. Do you understand? She had to glare down the bursar's office every single semester. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't peep that. She had to glare for money every year.
Okay. Well, no, Dex, you didn't like it last week when she did
I
this.
didn't like it this time either. You know I didn't. Why you have to don't bring me into this because you know they're gonna get mad at me. You know what I really don't like about this? It's one of those things like when you make a point like that, right? You say like, you know, if you want Donald Trump to win, then vote for him, whatever. And then this is how you know it's one of those things where she knows people are going to eat this up because she stood there and like she was Michael Jackson or Beyonce. Like,
she is hold for applause. Hold for applause.
Why, Jayson? If you like me, you have kids. Would you check one of your kids and then wait for somebody to give you an applause? No, you check somebody, you move on. Like you want an applause. To me, it feels like that was fake. To be honest with you,
fake. I mean, the whole place erupted. Oh, like stage.
No,
like,
I'm talking about. It feels like it was staged, like her having them people come up there and protest because like, you wanted that moment.
Kai, do you want to deliberate whether or not it was staged really quickly? Do you want to dismiss
I
that?
actually never considered that. I need to take a second to think about if that's a thing. But I do think the pause was a little bit too long. I think she
just a little bit, just a tinge.
But I do feel like she should have like started talking again. Like the clip ended, and I don't know. Started speaking again.
She did address it a couple of days later. Here's the rest of what she had to say.
Which includes respecting the voices that I think that we are hearing from. And let me just say this on topic of what I think I'm hearing over there. Let me just speak to that for a moment, and then I'm going to get back to the business at hand. So let me say, I have been clear. Now is the time to get a ceasefire deal and get the hostage deal done. Now is the time. And the president and I are working around the clock every day to get that ceasefire deal done and bring the hostages home. So I respect your voices, but we are here to now talk about this race in 2024.
Better this time?
No, that was exactly what she needed to do before. But now you see what I'm saying? No, imagine if she would have, when they first started to protest, if she would have just said that right off the bat, instead of like, I'm speaking, like you Batman. Like instead of doing that, like, you would have just addressed them like just like that, there would be no issue. But you want that moment. She wants moments because she know y'all eat it up. That's the problem.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a moment, especially because you're running against the former president of moments.
Yeah.
Man. So the fact that like she had to stand there and let them people know, I mean, business. I'm 10 toes. Okay. And if y'all think y'all got something going, you don't got it going.
It ain't your scene. Okay.
I think she also wanted to kind of show that like she won't be outspoken, over talked, because that's kind of one of their talking points, that like she won't be able to sit in a room with dictators and this person, that person, like Donald Trump will. So I think some of these antics, not antics, but are to show like, oh, I'm not going to be over talked, shut down, or shut up.
That's why she set it up, Ty. I tell you, that's why she set that up so she can have that moment. So I
mean, do you know how many moments Donald Trump has set up?
Well, like he just got shot. That was
his hug in McDonald's from the black supporters. The pictures where black people are like digitally placed inside the photo. Like, we talk about his antics.
That's we talking about we got shot.
Back to Trump, though, who you guys were talking about. Apparently, Trump has been doing a lot of waving to people who aren't there.
Listen, here's what the team for Kamala the Mamala needs to do. They need to wrap that thing up in a package, and they need to play him off as a demented old man. That's what needs to happen.
Seeing ghosts.
I think he was waving to the handful of folks that was out here, whoever was filming it.
But you see what I mean, though?
That was his PR team. Okay.
He's not trying to be funny. He is funny. But when you try, you fail. That is funny as hell. Why would you do this? Why would you get off that plane and you see nobody's there and put your hand up and keep it up?
So he's seeing them people like they did on the Titanic. Seeing a whole room of people, dead people.
Those people were far off in the distance.
This is how you know he got demons in his life, because you seeing them demons that you got. That's what you said. Well, you need to get right with them.
You are screwed over. Mm-hmm. Nastiness.
Jesus.
All right, and last but not least, the recap that we have this week, Kamala is getting up there in the polls, guys. According to a number of polls, she is increasing her margin over Trump in swing states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. And with the Democratic convention just around the corner, her momentum could receive an additional boost, setting the stage for a potential landslide victory. Guys, are things too good to be true right now? Or do you think Kamala will indeed come back to the pack and Trump still has one more surge left in him before all this is said and done? Because momentum is Kamala.
I think we've got to remember, right, that Pantsuit Hillary once had the same effect, right? And then in December, those folks who actually decide who the president is went in there and slid up that election right from her. So while it's nice that the popular vote is high, remember, folks, we do not live in a democracy. We live in a democratic republic. And my brain is losing it again, bro.
Electoral college.
The electoral college, those that represent the slave states, they go in and decide who actually becomes the president. So if we don't have electors that are going to elect Kamala the Mamala, hello, Trump.
Okay. Ty, are you still skeptical? You've been skeptical for the last 3 years that Trump will get back in office. Do you feel like it's finally over, or is your skepticism waning?
No,
Okay.
we would be foolish to think so. Trump still has a significant amount of supporters, even though he's making himself look quite ridiculous, and it looks like Kamala can get the job done. And I do think she can get the job done, but I wouldn't like sit back and count Trump out. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Get your asses up and vote, because he will be sliding right into the office.
You better know it.
All right. Moving on, Dex, I'll get your opinion on this next story. If you ever felt like escaping from a gym membership or cable contract was tougher than getting out of jury duty, you're not alone. But relief might finally be on the way thanks to some serious action from Washington. President Biden's administration, along with the FTC, are behind a new rule that can make all of our lives a little easier. The agency is cracking down on what it calls roach motel subscriptions. The kind that you can get into online faster than ordering takeout, but getting out, that's a whole different story. This proposed rule, cleverly dubbed click to cancel, will require companies to make it just as easy to cancel a subscription as it is to sign up for one. So, no more catching you off guards, no more sneaky auto renewals as well. They have to tell you about that. My question to you guys is, what is the first thing that you are going to cancel once this thing goes through? And historically, what has been a pain in your butt to cancel that you're ready to say, count your days?
Everything.
I've signed up for anything. I can't click a button and cancel. You can get that.
No gym memberships? Planet Fitness is notoriously hard to get on.
Planet Fitness right at that front desk.
Oh, you got to go in there. You can't just cancel it over the phone.
I was already in the area. It wasn't no problem for me.
Oh, okay. Bill has been Bill's never had any problems in this area. I just want to be frank, because of his history as being someone who likes to call up phone companies and others and
actually wait. Let me tell you,
people over the phone to cancel subscriptions.
No, Ty can attest to this. Years ago, back when it was enormous mounds of money, I had an LA Fitness gym membership, and I had one of them personal trainers in there. Okay, it took an act of Congress for me to cancel that. Okay, my personal trainer used to call me at a certain point. I said, "Girl, That check cleared. Don't even call. Don't even get on my phone and ring me up. Just take the money. I'm not even coming. Just take the money. Y'all got the money to check cleared. Please just leave me alone. They were like bill collectors.
Yeah, exactly. So now you don't have to be bothered with
Also,
that.
that personal trainer was good for you, and she really hurt you though. And then
we out.
Okay. Well, congratulations to everyone who has those little bills set up on autopay and don't realize when they're coming up. Apple, by the way, be aware of those Apple recharges. I guess there'll be a little.
Apple loves a recharge.
Days are numbered. Well, let me tell you this.
Super clear though. This is what he's doing. As the president of the United States, this.
What else? I mean, he's on his way out. You know, Obama was doing silly stuff on his way out.
This right here. You were actually running for re-election, and this
You want
right
him
here.
to free up them student loans? That's what you want?
This
Cancel
is
the
what you
student
gotta
loans. How can I cancel those?
We're not gonna do nothing to Palestine. We're not gonna do nothing about Palestine. We're not worried about the student loans. Forget gas. Forget groceries. We are going to make sure Apple doesn't take $6 out of your bank account. That's what we're gonna focus on.
Philly goose. That's something Philly. Just a little Philly goose.
And by the way,
they be adding an extra $2. You don't even know this. Charge you $2.
Pro tip for you guys, to be honest with you, vote me in for president, because what I do is when I don't want to, I'm never doing what Ty did, going to Planet Fitness to cancel the membership. What I'm going to do is walk on down to the bank and get a new card, and y'all can get that money in there. So good luck.
Some companies have deals with the banks where as soon as you get a new card, they just float that thing right on over.
I wish you would do that. I would.
I promise you. Go watch. You think you did something? They floated that right to that new account.
Because that's what I did with LA Fitness. It was during the pandemic, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to the gym. And they were like, well, we still got to charge you. I said, okay, I'll fix this.
Nasty. They do that thing on your credit. That's nasty. That.
Go sign up. You still got memberships. They charge you.
Listen, for all of our viewers out there that are watching currently, until this is put in place, if y'all need somebody to just call and lay out a company, y'all go ahead and hit me up. I'll do it for you for a nominal fee.
A nominal fee? Not for free, though?
Absolutely not for free. Because if you got to get on my phone and I got to go cussing out your Xfinity, you got to pay me. Because you're not paying them no more.
All right, let's hit it to the scoop. All right, so before we continue on, we do have a family announcement that we would like to make for those who aren't plugged in to all of our social media channels and just follow us here on the podcast. We will be adding a new addition to the crew. So shout out to the people who are responsible for that. And with that being said, we do have a special little video that we want to play, I believe, for somebody on the show. Dexter, do you want to introduce something, or should we just play?
Guys, as you can tell by the shirt that I'm wearing today, I am going to be a Bro Talk dad.
He's so excited.
I'm going to join the ranks of Jayson and Ty, who both have 2 children each. I'm only having one now. And I'm going to be a father. I'm so excited. Will's also a father too, but he's just not going to tell us what these kids have. But there's neither here nor there.
Don't tell my business out in the street.
Ty, did you already announce yours, or is he just breaking protocol?
Now, you know good and damn well I'm not going to break nobody's. That's what Ty did to me on this show, though.
No.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, if you listen back, Ty did try to very much so ruin the surprise for everybody.
No, I did a good job, and you made a big stink out of it by cutting the video and all this dumb stuff. I was sliding right in and just keeping it going, and you fumbled it. So it's actually
I fumbled it. Congratulations.
But yeah, I did announce it, but I didn't make a big announcement like that.
Later. Yeah, I don't have a video for Ty either. But I'll get Dex's video
just
ready.
Add me to the end of Dex's video. We're having a baby too.
Okay. But congratulations, Dex.
Also, let me clear this up. Dex is wrong. I ain't got no kids. Don't y'all listen to that boy, okay? Don't y'all listen to none of you
people that you claim.
We're moving.
Oh,
Dex
okay.
is having a child. Ty is having another child. And we thank God for everybody that's got kids. Kingdom blessings to all the beloveds, okay? We wish the best, the very best.
Let's talk sports. The Olympics were going on while we were away, which is the real reason we didn't feel like entertaining y'all. No, I'm just playing. A couple of people have some axes to grind, and that's actually not an Olympic sport. First up, we have Jayson Tatum, the Boston Celtics star, went from leading role in Team USA's gold medal run in Tokyo to being stuck on the bench in Paris. With the return of legends like LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant, Tatum found himself marginalized. He didn't even play in 2 of the games, including the semifinal. Tatum also didn't shoot any good percentages. He didn't make any jump shots, I read. But despite his tough experience, he says that he won't let it affect his decisions to play in 2028 in LA. But you have to wonder how he really feels after such a drastic role reduction. His mom had to even talk to reporters about why he wasn't getting minutes. It was crazy. On the other hand, Jordan Chiles, whose journey at Paris ended in Olympic heartbreak, Chiles had initially secured a bronze medal in the floor exercise, only to have it taken away after a protest by Romanian officials, Nadia Comaneci and the crew. The controversy centered around whether U.S. coaches filed their inquiry about her score within the allowed time frame. USA Gymnastics claims that they did, and they actually have video proof saying that they did. This led the International Gymnastics Federation ruling that Chiles must return her medal. But despite this, the USA Gymnastics said that they're not backing down, even though that the IOC has said this is final, and they're taking the fight to a Swiss court determined to seek justice for Miss Jordan Chiles. So my question for you guys is, who should feel more robbed? Jayson Tatum, who was pushed to the sidelines after being a star, kind of embarrassed on a worldwide stage, or Jordan Chiles, who literally had a medal snatched away after the fact? What you think?
Can I go?
Go ahead, Dex. What you got? What you got, brother?
One of them is going home with a little bit of extra in their luggage. Jayson has a gold medal in his luggage. Why would he give it?
So does Jordan. She has a team gold.
Yeah, but she lost the gold too, though. He has a gold medal for the team, but like I didn't have to do no work. I got a free trip to Paris. I was out there doing what I wanted to do, and I got a gold.
You want to play, don't you?
She was out there doing backflips, and I watched it. She was out there doing backflips, front flips, splits. She was doing the absolute most and deserved that medal. And they took that medal away from her. I would be devastated. You would never see in Paris again.
Jason, do me a favor. Put that picture. You got that graphic of Jayson Tatum. Can you slide that back up here?
Oh, you want to see that really quick?
Yeah, I'd like to see that one. When my next girlfriend says she wants a man that don't play no games, this is what I'm sending her. I want you to know I'm not playing no games. Okay, you get a man that don't play zero games. Okay, I'm just sitting.
You want me to feel sorry for him for being the worst person on the team? Absolutely not. Like
he did get some minutes. Another player didn't get any minutes.
Clearly, you're the worst person on the team. Like you ain't doing nothing.
Honestly, the team was kicking it. I didn't even notice that he wasn't.
He didn't either.
Like he played a bit in the final game. He played 10 minutes. He didn't make any jump shots.
If he didn't, him and his mom didn't bring this up, we wouldn't even know. Look, they was kicking it. When I tell you they was kicking it, them games, I was like, if him and his mom wouldn't have said nothing, I wouldn't even know he was on the team and wouldn't have cared. He would have went home with a little gold. A couple years, they were like, "Oh yeah, I got a gold medal for this." I'd be like, "Oh yeah, y'all did a great job," and we wouldn't move on.
And he did lead the team to a gold in Tokyo, so it's not like it's not like he doesn't have that.
And that's wonderful. And you led the team to a gold again.
Great story for your grandkids.
And here's the other thing, right? If I'm a coach and you call your mom on me, you really ain't playing. You really ain't playing. Go get the water, okay? That's what you can do. Go get the team is thirsty while they working hard.
The ones
Jordan, that's the bigger deal here, and the fact that they know they're wrong and they're still like pressing it makes it very interesting to me because there's video evidence of your allegation not going through. So it's really odd that they're still like sticking with their guns.
For clarity, for those who aren't familiar with the story, they have a minute. The last gymnast is the only one that has 1 minute to submit an appeal. The IOC says that Jordan Chiles' team submitted an appeal at 1:05, but USA Gymnastics has video showing that they submitted it at 47 seconds. So, and they submitted a second one at 55 seconds.
And if I'm Jordan,
so yeah,
you want this medal? Come pry it out of my cold, dead hands.
My
Nadia Comaneci.
Look, my cold American hands. Come get it.
Because let me tell you something.
I'm definitely not
According to
getting the
America and
medal.
Russia, we already up 2 world wars to 0. So good luck coming to get it.
You say you want to go to war over it? You want to go to war?
Well, let me find me an American flag around here. America, okay? Good luck coming to get it.
All right, let's get to hit it and quit it. Guys, Tyrese.
Jesus.
Tyrese. Yes, the same Tyrese who brought us Sweet Lady
Lord.
and the sound of lovemaking and Transformer fame, as well as Fast and the Furious fame. Quite the career. Decided to bring his own spin to the national anthem at a recent LA Rams preseason game. Just so happens this is a spin that's been done before. He just decided to reinterpret it.
And the rockets through the night that I'm flying. What's the go straight does that stop spangled banner. If you love your country, make some noise right now.
I just want to go straight to Bill because when he said, "Everybody, put your hands up if you love America," you threw your hands up in the air. You said, "What the?
What the?
You don't like that? If you love America, put your hands up."
Absolutely. It's
In the
obvious we
middle
love
of the
America.
anthem.
We are sitting right here listening to you. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say Tyrese may be the first person that's ever gotten CTE by singing. Y'all need to check that brain.
Your brain is running away from that mouth.
And he knows we're going to think he's on that stuff. What is he doing?
Well, Dex, did you have something else to say before I get
Jody,
to
my Jody? You know, I do think that there's something mentally going on with him, but then every time he jumps behind the camera to do Fast and the Furious, like he's a-okay. I think Tyrese does this for antics and attention, and I can't give it to him.
He later explained his reasoning for doing such a performance, saying that this performance was super personal, a tribute to both his late mother and Marvin Gaye. So
Which part was his mom?
What?
Well, his mom liked Marvin Gaye.
That shirt, that blouse he was wearing.
My mom likes Prince. I should just dress like that. What are you talking about?
I mean, I guess, should we root for Tyrese to get more national anthem gigs? I feel like he should go on tour as different people from his mom's like collection, like of people that she likes. And just go
absolutely. I support.
I want to see the Stevie Wonder one.
I can guarantee you that the last time that established on his head.
I'm into it. Jayson, that's an idea right there. You deserve a gold medal for that. I like that.
You deserve a gold medal for that one?
Yeah,
what you deserve to do is move on. That's what you deserve.
I want a Michael Jackson one. Because you just do a Michael Jackson.
I want the Whitney Houston one.
Oh, and Aretha Franklin.
I want him to wear that little fanny pack that Whitney Houston.
The only thing I'm going to support is Tyrese going to see a neurosurgeon so we can find out what's going on in that brain, because it's a little bit of it's giving like that acoustic is kicking in.
So you didn't like the lace front beard and the hair?
It's not Halloween. Dress up for Halloween. Get out there and sing. No.
You know, I ain't got no issue with it.
Okay, so cosplaying Marvin Gaye is not the move for future people
or anyone.
Okay.
Like you don't want to be you that bad. Like
It's tough.
I mean, we understand, but just don't.
Look at him.
Like, and here's the thing, right?
He also had a red one. He had a red outfit too, so he switched after the performance into a red hat and another Marvin Gaye sort of outfit. It was weird.
Like, I love a stunt. I love it. Keep it up.
Let's unpack this real quick, right? Because you didn't even do an actual regular season game. You were at a preseason game. They didn't even, when you got to the Rockets regular, they didn't even fire off them rockets. They were just firing you out. You got to pack it up.
Because he was all beat. They didn't know what he was doing.
and in the beginning, when you first played that video, he was a little flat.
Yeah, he apologized for the wrong notes.
Marvin Gaye he ain't never hit no wrong notes.
Okay.
The notes was the problem.
Well, let's start there.
They wasn't wrong.
Things we can control are the notes.
Speaking of things we can't control, tough times for the controversial rapper Blueface and his girlfriend Chrisean Rock. Blueface, real name Jonathan Porter, Jonathan, has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for violating his probation. He was found in possession of drug paraphernalia, a direct breach of his 2021 probation terms, following an assault charge involving a nightclub bouncer in LA. The family is holding on to hope, quote unquote, that with time served and good behavior, Blueface could be out in 9 to 10 months, according to his manager, Whack 100. Meanwhile, Chrisean Rock, his ex-girlfriend, is dealing with her own serious legal issues. She's been extradited to Oklahoma to face drug-related charges that could lead to a significant prison sentence. Chrisean is accused of trafficking and possessing controlled substances with the intent to distribute, which could result in up to 8 years in prison if convicted. So the two of them have a kid, of course, 11-month-old Chrisean Jesus Jr.
Oh God in heaven.
Jesus.
Doubt it's Jesus.
They need to go to jail. And
I thought the baby's name was King or something.
They now face the grim reality of potentially spending years apart from their child. Do you think that prison for both of these people will make them stronger when they come out? Because they've had a lot of drama and unnecessary drama. Do you think prison is actually going to calm them down a bit when they get out?
You do know this is Tamar Braxton's fault, right?
This is not Tamar Braxton's fault.
Yeah, because Tamar Braxton said, "I'm praying for your baby," and when God heard Tamar say that, He said, "Deal," and He put both the parents in jail because they should not be around that baby. Thank you, Tamar.
I'm with Dex. Yeah. Listen, like, I don't want to be deep, but like, you don't see none of this riffraff like that for the Jews. Where's the riffraff like that for the Iraqi? Like, you don't see no riffraff. It's only lock them niggas up.
The Arnold Schwarzeneggers.
Only the Schwarzeneggers, okay?
I'm not commenting on this section.
What happened?
Lock them up.
We
need to sweep on through here. We need to sweep through.
Just the clip of the week.
We need to sweep on through here.
We need to. And let me tell you why we need to sweep on through, okay? Because what happened to the role models for children that look like them? Okay, all we got is Sexy Red grabbing on herself in public, and that other one, Suki with the good, they got to go. Lock all of them up. Sweep them up and lock them up. Sweep on through here. We need some sweeping victory because we need.
Suki has this new song out. Like, I like
and she
it.
barefoot.
Oh, you know what song? You know what song Ty likes? Let me tell you about something about Ty. Let me tell you, Ty came when Ty was over here in LA. The first time he kept bumping it. There, I love you. You're my babe.
Like months later.
I'm sick of it.
He loves it.
You got to hear that new Suki song. That's a banger right there.
Tell them hoes we go together.
No, she in the Waffle House parking lot barefoot.
Love it.
Look, you got to get it to fit in. But speaking of legal troubles and being on the verge of locked up, Young Mamie, one half of the rap duo The City Girls, has finally spoken out about her past relationship with Diddy and an alleged controversy surrounding him. On the season 2 premiere of her podcast, Carisha Please, she opened up about her mental health struggles, the state of the City Girls, and her relationship with Diddy.
When all of these allegations and lawsuits came apart, like, why didn't you speak?
because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience, and I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience. I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And I told myself after the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again, especially now being that I'm a mom. I'm a mom. I was a mother then, but like having a daughter, like I would never put myself in that position. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
So do you feel like with dating Diddy, like, was it a business relationship? Do you feel like it was beneficial for you?
I feel like it was beneficial for both of us.
What
Hard
language?
hitting.
I
Hard hitting
I
journalism.
see that interview with them people talking about nothing.
What?
So wait, why is it only me that sits up and watches this stuff? Like y'all be like, I ain't never seen that. I'd be like, I thought I had to watch it. That's like, why am I this person? What is wrong with me?
So what did you think about Young Miami's answers when she was questioned about her relationship with Diddy?
All those answers?
Well, it was hard. She was pressed clearly by Santana.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
So like when y'all was going together, do you think you be getting more from, like, it was just very random, but do you think it helped anything at all?
You know how like an interview is supposed to feel like a conversation between yourself and the person that you're interviewing?
Yeah,
I think that's exactly what they accomplished there.
Okay.
If she wanted a real interview with somebody, she would have came over here to Bro Talk Live, but she didn't.
That's true.
She sat up there with Santana, and she got what she got, and she did what she did. She did what she needed to do. It appeases her fans, who are the same people who listen to Blueface and Chrisean and the Zeus Network, and there's a win-win for her. They love it. They're back on this.
One point she did bring up, Ty, if you didn't watch or get to watch the video, was that she fell in love with Diddy, or she started dating Diddy at a time when everyone was celebrating Diddy and loving Diddy. They were giving him Lifetime Achievement Awards and all that stuff. So she doesn't understand why she's being vilified and lumped in with all of this drama when she was loving Diddy at the same time everyone else was.
Because they had a close personal relationship, and people feel like if these things are going on, she should know about it. Not to say that that's true, but that's the reason. So you can't compare us fans loving him from afar to you having a close personal relationship with him. So don't do that.
You also are a woman, and you saw the video of him abusing Cassie, and you said you dealt with domestic violence in not 1 but 2 relationships, and Cassie's also a mother. And Cassie's also a mother of 2 girls, and you not once showed any type of sympathy for this woman who clearly dealt with the same thing that you dealt with from the same person who you were dating, who you say didn't do it to you, but you know that he did it to somebody else.
Well, she said she didn't know. She said she doesn't know the girls and all that. She did allude to that in the interview as well. So that's why she didn't reach out.
I thought she was saying I didn't know that person. I didn't know Diddy as to be that kind of person. But like, to be honest with you, I don't have to know Cassie personally to know that him hitting her is a wrong thing to do.
Yeah, but like she said, she wasn't around for that. So apparently,
but I do understand her not initially coming out and being able to like instantly, because I think that can be a difficult thing, especially if she really did it.
Yeah,
he was like that, and like for all this stuff to come down, I do understand her taking some time for her mental health. To be honest with you.
Okay.
No.
All right. Anything to add, Bill?
No.
Now, while we're sweeping through here, lock them up too. I didn't had enough of that big one sitting on that couch, and her too. I've had enough of it. Get rid of them. They all gotta go. They've gotta go. I've had enough. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of
Wait,
it.
Ty, can you do that one more time?
Do what?
Like the no. Do that one more time.
No,
Let's move.
I got a question. I got a question.
Well, here's a part of the show that I actually do like. While we're doing all the sweeping through, we're going to sweep right over here to the question section of the show.
Okay.
If you have a question, and I feel like Donald Trump now, I got this little lisp and I'm dragging, talking in cursive. Here's the section of the show where you ask us a question and we do our level best to answer. On tonight's question and answer segment, let's see what we have. Racist in law. How do I handle this? I need some advice on a situation that's been making me feel both embarrassed and angry. Lately, My boyfriend's dad has been acting in ways that seem downright racist, and I'm not sure how to handle it. The first time I noticed something was off, I walked up to him at the mall, and instead of looking up to see who I was, he just braced himself like I was about to rob him. Then there was this one time when my boyfriend and I, why'd it go?
Oh,
so
sorry.
Then there was this one time when my boyfriend and I were heading out to dinner with his parents. As we approached the restaurant, his dad made a joke about making sure to keep an eye out on our stuff since we're in a rough area, and then gave me this awkward glance. It felt like a not so subtle dig. The final straw was when I was heading over to my boyfriend's parents' house. I saw his dad sitting in his car, so I walked up to say hi, and I heard him lock the car doors as I approached. I'm really uncomfortable and offended, but I don't know how to bring this up to my boyfriend without causing drama. Should I confront his dad directly, or is this something my boyfriend needs to handle? Oh, and for context, I'm a chocolate complexioned black woman, and my boyfriend and his family are, of course, not.
Wow. Okay. Dex, you okay?
No, he ain't. Dex is toe up because he locking his doors when the blacks pull up to his door.
Look, can I just say something real quick?
You gotta say, please make it good.
Why they gotta call you? This man is telling you to please move away from him. He's begging you to move away from him. This man gotta call you a nigga for you to stop it. Go away. Leave this man alone. Look, what are you doing? He literally is giving you all this stuff. He's trying his hardest to not do it. But you're gonna come to Thanksgiving, and his man gonna say, I didn't have about enough of you.
That is awful.
She is doing a lot though, right? You know he don't like you. You like walking up to the car, knocking on the door, accosting him in the mall, like
accosting him. She just saw him, so she decided to walk up to say hi. He's like bracing.
He don't. He's
destroyed.
Like, stop talking to strangers. He doesn't like you. Listen, I'm not dealing with this man or her. Look, I would have left both of them. I'm.
Eric, come on. She does have tattoos on her face and gold teeth. She still should not be feared by a grown man. Like, come on.
Well,
like,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you what you got to do. Well, you should take Ty's advice and mine and Jayson and Will's too, and just leave. That's what you should do. But if you want to keep playing this game for whatever reason, start to do it back to him, because that's what I do. When I see certain people walk near my car, I don't really care what color they are. But if I see like an older woman, I know they can be a little shifty sometimes. I lock my door and I roll the windows up. Whatever. Like, I gotta be careful too. And then, like, you're a woman, you have a purse. When that man comes around, you lock your purse up. You got to make sure there ain't nobody touching your purse or whatever. And then next time you go to their house, you sit down, you be like, I'm gonna take my purse with me because I don't want nothing to come up missing. Do things like that, and then he realize how it feels. He gonna call you the N-word to put you out, but that is gonna be the end of the relationship, and you'll be done. Write us back and let us know how it works out.
And that is your friendly advice. If y'all got a question, do write us at www.brotalklive.com/questions. Jayson.
So press record and let you feel me.
Oh, that was good.
Was good.
If the first time watching the show, sorry in advance, or sorry retroactively for that last segment. If you are a freaking viewer, welcome back to the madness. Today's category and clips, Olympics. Okay, Olympics. We want to pick a gold, silver, and bronze medalist. Of course, the gold is the one that's going to move on to the World Talk Live Awards. Okay. All right, here we go. These are all people doing Olympic exercises. So we've named each category by the name of the event, right? Okay, so our choices today We have pole vault, diving, floor exercise, and balance beam. Okay, so first let's start off with pole vault.
Hear that gasp in the video?
He went flying, dude.
That's not Jesus.
I will say that's an extremely hard thing to do, but it's hilarious.
Bill, as a track person, is that fatal?
I coached track and I made 15-time state champion.
Okay, is that fatal? that's what
Guess what? I'm sending you that picture with Jayson Tatum because
All right, that was pole vault. Next up, we have diving. Here we go. Our diving representative.
Well, you know what kills me about that? She had the pose ready like she was finna do something.
Oh, that's still good to me.
If she was serious or like,
she threw them hands up.
I gave out on her.
She arched that back like he was about to do so.
And y'all saw how the person recording slowly shifted that camera back down.
Like, I don't think that's how it's supposed to go.
All right, so where are we standing after 2? Which has gold and what has silver?
Diving is number 1. Diving has got the gold.
Diving's got the gold. Pole vault too. Okay, pole vault's got silver. All right, so here we go. Next one is floor exercise. Okay, this is floor exercise routine. Here we go. Bill, he got up fast as hell.
That was a trauma response. He got up like his neck sprung him up. That ooh.
I want to see the rest because did he live? Because
no,
he came home and picked up the phone. Hold on. I'll play the rest. I'll play the rest. Oh, maybe he didn't come get the phone. My bad.
No, he fell out and died.
He posted that from heaven.
The way that back springboarded was what needed to happen in diving. That's what
Next snap back.
I don't like videos like that. I never want to see that again.
That hurt.
All right, so is that gold or is that his diving?
Gold so far.
I'm giving that one bronze. I never want to see that thing again.
No, that don't even get put on the list.
Oh Lord! Oh no, Jesus!
I don't understand how y'all get pleasure out of people being in pain like that.
Like,
he got back up. He's fine. He ain't paralyzed.
No.
That's what people say to kids. They all right. The kid
he ain't paralyzed.
Your body needs a second to catch up to that trauma.
That's rough and tumble. You're all right. Get on up.
And the last but not least, we have the balance beam.
Let me tell you something. I just had a coughing fit the way that they sent me out of here. What?
You pissed me off because you knew. You knew.
She knew.
She knew.
What she know?
She knew.
Jesus in heaven.
What she know? The gold? The gold medalist?
She's not getting from this program.
Gold medalist?
That's the Amy Schumer.
Yeah, what's wrong with your face? What's going on? What's happening? What was your first impression?
Amy Schumer need to chill out.
Y'all know. Good. You said Amy Schumer need to.
She knew she needed to chill out.
Oh God!
A rough life.
Oh my God!
Why would you do that though? Like, why would you even get on the balance beam? Why
The
did
balance
you do
was very difficult, and I applaud her for trying.
Yeah.
Can't
It
get
takes
it.
a lot to balance on a beam.
Well, it don't take that much.
You know what makes it easier?
What?
Gold. Who's winning the gold? The diving, floor exercise, or balance beam?
I'm gonna say balance because I want us to run this back during the Bro Talk show so we can talk about it again.
Balance beam. Okay. You got
I
one
love
more?
balance beam. She took gold, if you ask me. She got to get it somewhere because it ain't gonna be on the balance beam.
I can't wait till December. It's gonna be late December, mid-December. We're gonna forget about this video. We're gonna play it again. We're gonna get pissed all over again because she.
My favorite is when she tries to hold on to the beam on that second one. He's sliding.
You know what? I'm gonna try to find the balance beam. And next week for Dexter does it, I'm gonna do a cartwheel on the balance beam.
Dexter, not get your ass up on.
I'm gonna find the balance beam. I gotta find me.
I'm gonna tease this all week, so you have nothing to hide from. This
Well, I gotta find one. Well, I gotta know what they did.
And you need to order you a leotard too.
Yes, please.
Stop y'all gotta stop trying to like flirt with me. No, I'm not.
You only wanted one child, so I do think you should do it.
Well, come with me. Y'all come with me. Y'all can record it.
Congrats to balance.
Gladly.
Was it gladly?
I will be there.
We'll find. We'll actually book the gym for you, Dex. Don't you worry. Congratulations to Balance Beam making it on to the Bro Talk Awards. Bill, before we get to seat, you'll want to adjust your window area there. I'll go first. My C is going. Oh, sorry, Ty. My bad. I'm sorry.
You know what's crazy is like this show went by so fast. We're like laughing, having such a good time that I actually got shocked when you just played that. Because I'm like, oh, we're done. We got more in us.
Time flies.
But anyway, if you guys have seats now, speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yes, my seat's going to go to you, Ty. So if you guys don't know, Ty came over, like I mentioned earlier, to go to a wedding. So he ventured over to Los Angeles. And we did a lot of riding around together, et cetera, et cetera. Spent a lot of time around Ty, which was really good. You know, I don't see Ty often, like in person. So it was awesome to see him. But one thing that you guys need to understand about one Tyson Gross is that he wears a bundle of cologne.
Love it.
Like swims in that stuff. My car. So we went to the beach
for the first time.
We went to the beach on Friday. That scent is still in my car. It's in the walls. It is
love
ridiculous. Every time I get into it, I smell Thai, and it's been 5 days.
Amazing.
5 days. It's ridiculous.
That's the good stuff.
What did you have on, Ty?
I have like I don't remember what I had because I had a myriad of scents.
Sidebar, Ty. Sidebar, Jayson. Like you're not gonna win this with us three. Like we approve.
I want someone's musk that's not your own to stay around your stuff.
Oh no,
that's like a dog pissing on your lawn and you just allowing it. Like, what are you talking about?
If a person cologne lingers for 5 days, they spend money on it. That is
disgusting. I don't want to smell somebody for 5 days.
I have my Louis Vuitton cologne on. And my King's Crown body butter. And I was glistening on the beach, so sexy. It was fucking ridiculous.
Let me tell you something. If he wore that Louis Vuitton, that's
that Louis Vuitton one, Jayson, like that's the kind of cologne that somebody wears. It makes you be like, as a man, you'd be like, damn, it smells good.
No, it didn't.
I had my little muscle shirt on. I had a little bitch. I had my chain coming down. I was fucking sexy. It smelled so good that I was gonna eat my own arms. I was fucking beautiful.
And in LA, wow.
It was amazing.
And let me
It
tell
was
you
hot,
this.
so it's like baked
bet
into the
it's
walls of the
serious.
car.
If he went to the beach and wore that Louis Vuitton, he didn't even have to spray that much because that's the good stuff. Okay, that's the good stuff. So you're
I think
welcome.
it's disrespectful. Do you guys put it in the comments if it's disrespectful for someone to, without your permission, soil your property with their scent? It's disgusting.
Soil your
and needs to be
property.
stopped.
Well,
That's
Jayson, he
bad
could have been
for
smoking that weed in there, and like it could have got you a different type of smell. So you luckily it was cologne.
That's the scent he would approve of.
Marijuana. Oh, I have a seat too. I'm ready when y'all are.
I got a seat. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dex.
My seat is going to go to Tropical Storm Debbie. So last week I was in my second home, Dexico. I was having an amazing time. And then we get this alert from American Airlines that like, oh, you're going to have to, what do you call it? Where like you have to get a new flight because your direct flight is canceled, like a detour flight or whatever they call it. So I had to call and book a flight, right? And y'all know I only like to fly in a certain section. I like to sit in a certain section when I fly. And I had to book a flight and I had to fly back home in row 24D. I was in row 24D. I'm usually in row 3. And I was in row 24D. I was squeezing past people. You know when y'all sit back there, you have to make sure there's room in the overhead to put your stuff in there. We don't have those problems up there where I be sitting at. So Hurricane Debbie, Tropical Storm Debbie, you suck. And that is my secret.
It's hilarious, Dex. When I did fly to California this time, I was so proud of myself for being in row 10. Like that's where they have like the more space, but it's still 3 seats. I was like right behind first class, and I was like, I'm almost there, but I could not bring myself to spring first class. I just couldn't do it.
But you at least you were up there. Imagine being in 24D. You know what was next to me? A freaking toilet. The toilet was next to me. I was like, this is insane. This is crazy.
That's my kind of ride.
That was the hard.
My ass be sitting on the wing. Can't even see
right.
what I'm doing.
You got to peek out the corner. You got to look in somebody else's window to see the land.
I'll be looking. I'll be inspecting the wing for that little tape they be putting on there. I'll be way in the back. Love it.
And then, and also just one more thing, I get it now. I know why. I used to give y'all a lot of hell for jumping up as soon as the plane lands. I get it now. If I'm sitting back in 24D, I'm jumping up too because get me the hell off of here. I don't want to be on this plane no more. I understand it now.
You get your little swallow of juice.
I didn't eat a thing. They were like, "You want anything?" I said no because y'all not gonna have no steak. I don't want it.
Oh please!
Usually I give me a steak or a turkey sandwich or something like that, but they
you could have got you a little Biscoff cracker and a ginger ale.
No,
I will. You got it well done, and you ain't asking no salt packet or nothing.
On the plane, who's eating a steak on the plane? You got to get it well done because you ain't getting no medium well steak on no plane. You're gonna die.
Throw that thing in that microwave for 3 minutes and 23 seconds and call it a day.
323 is outlandish.
You gotta know your temps. You gotta know your temps. Anybody else have a seat?
No, I think
I did have a seat, but I'm gonna let it go.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for your time tonight. Do you guys have any shout outs or announcements to make? Dex, if you want to contribute to your sort of baby thing, is that something they can do?
What you mean?
Are we collecting for supplies for the baby? Is that a thing?
Now you know I'm not the kind of person.
We're not crowdfunding that.
I'm gonna have a baby shower. People will be invited to my baby shower, but
you don't have a cash app that you want to
do not. Nope.
Okay.
I do not need your cash apps. No, I do not.
Okay, yeah, no, that's right. Yes, definitely give Dexter and Fatima your well wishes. Congratulations to Fatima, the one who is going to be bringing life into this world. And congratulations to Dexter being the sidekick. You know,
yes, and you know what? And just a quick shout out to Fatima because she was on that beach and she was working this photo shoot like the model that I trained her up to be. I am so proud of her. She is an amazing woman, and she took all my directions and she was on that beach giving it to us. I loved it.
I know she's.
And also thank you to People Magazine for featuring us on their beach.
I can't wait for that write up. You know, whoever's going to do that.
Keep waiting on it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend about the show. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and the like at Bro Talk Live. For Dex, for Ty, for Bill, this has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. We will see you guys next week. Peace out.